The holiday season is here, and Paramount's Dear Santa just might be the holiday movie that we have been waiting for. With heartwarming moments, a little bit of Christmas magic, and a story that really tugs on your holiday heartstrings. So grab your cozy drinks, settle in, and let's dive into Dear Santa and let's see what makes this a holiday season must watch. Let's dive into this. What is going on, folks? Welcome to the Booze and Chill Buzzcast podcast. Today, like I mentioned, I saw a movie that just recently came out just yesterday, actually. It came out yesterday, and it came out on Paramount. Paramount's new holiday movie, and that movie is I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys here. This movie that we're talking about is called Dear Santa, starring Jack Black. And holy crap, dude, it's like, first of all, I love Jack Black in pretty much anything. I love the guy. I love what he does. It's just very entertaining. Like I can't get enough of Jack Black, to be honest with you. I saw this movie today and I just thought, like, okay, like, and all of you who stuck around to the beginning and might have caught one of the podcast episodes or video podcast episodes where I'm talking about where I think that people celebrate Christmas too early and Christmas taking over Thanksgiving, whatever, and stuff like that, of that nature. But this movie just kind of like really, like, to be fair, it also combines my love for creepy stuff, because in the movie, I you know what, I'm gonna read you all the synopsis to this thing before we get into it. So the synopsis to this movie is: a young boy accidentally mixes up his spelling and sends Christmas list to Satan instead of Santa. I'm gonna have a sip of my tea here. So just going by that synopsis, guys, it is pretty fucking hilarious. It's great. It's a pretty good movie. But again, like I said, to be fair, I love Jack Black. Jack Black just really like brings this energy to pretty much anything that he does. The guy is just like, it's just a ball of just like energy. I consider him to be like the modern day Chris Farley, to be honest with you. Leave it in the comment section on YouTube and or Spotify if you guys agree to that. And so the movie is just like, it's great, dude. Like, it's also very, very sad at the same time. But then again, it wouldn't be a Christmas movie if it had a little bit of sadness to it. But then again, any movie has to have a bit of all emotions, right? You gotta have the sad story, you gotta have the climax, you gotta have you gotta have a little bit of everything. And this one just kind of has a little bit of everything. And like it combines, it mixes, I mean, my love for creepy stuff. Like, again, like Jack Black plays Satan in this movie. So long story short, for the beginning part of the movie, you get introduced to the character, which, by the way, I have the character list here. I wasn't prepared fully with pictures, but I'll maybe go ahead and put some up around here once as I say their name. So the main character in this movie is Robert Timothy Smith, who plays Liam. He's a little kid. He's the main character. He's the one that pretty much summons Jack Black, aka Satan, because apparently Liam has like a dyslexia problem. Where he can't spell all that great. And the reason why he sends this letter is because his parents are going through a very, very rough patch, like to like border edge, like divorce and stuff like that. And so he writes a letter to Santa, not just to make a wish to like make his parents stop hating or fighting with each other or whatever, but because like his mother loves Christmas and he does this traditionally to keep her mom happy, his mom happy, I mean. So again, it's very, very touching. It's a very touching movie, but at the same time, it has a very, very good amount of comedy. There's some lines in here that are just like they're just on point. And so you get introduced to Liam. You get introduced to Brian Howie, who plays Molly Turner, which is the mother of Liam, and we get also the father, Hayes MacArthur, who plays Bill Turner, the dad of Liam. And you get an introduction to the family, and you notice like okay, yeah, they've gone through a rough patch, and something occurred that's really kind of tearing the relationship between Molly and Bill apart. And Liam is just trying to make things work by just being the ray of sunshine in the entire the beginning part of the movie. And that's where we get him writing the letter to Santa, aka Satan, because he mixed up the letters. And we also get introduced to his best friend, Jaden Carson Baker, who plays Gibby. I mean, the name itself is pretty damn funny. Gibby, like, it sounds like a cartoon character that will come out and quite possibly like a Family Guy character, like Gibby, or quite possibly like a Sandlot character or a Goonies character. What do y'all think? The name Gibby, can Gibby be a name that could come out in any of those movies? Leave it in the comment section down below on Spotify, on YouTube, because you can do that now. And yeah, you get introduced to these guys. Gibby, by the way, in the beginning of the movie, I might have already put the picture of the kid, but in the beginning of the movie, and I can't show you guys a picture of Gibby the way he looks like in the beginning, because it just came out, so there's not going to be in fact, there's not a lot of photos out there of this. But Gibby in the beginning of the movie has like these freaking huge honkers of teeth, dude. Huge teeth. Like, I'm talking like how they draw donkeys in cartoons. That's kind of what he reminded me of. And it's pretty funny. And he's got like, he's all like, yeah, man, like, whatever, man. Like, he like zero self-esteem. Like, he's a very small kid. But he portrayed that very, very nicely. And of course, Liam, the main character, little chubby kid, glasses, very, very, very nice. It kind of reminds me of a young me. I was a fat kid when I was young, and I kind of, I was kind of like that, trying to, stay positive, and stuff like that. So I kind of like, now that I think about it now, I kind of like sympathize with this character, and I kind of like connect with this character. But anywho, so you get introduced to that, and then he writes the letter to Satan, and the way he does it, he like just like he would normally write a letter, except he was writing it on this like green post or drop box. And there's like moms there with smaller kids. I believe that Liam plays like a 13. He's a teenager or about to be a teenager, around like something like that. And so he's there writing it, whatever. He drops it into the box, and the camera inside the box kind of like pans down towards all the letters that have been dropped, and you see the Satan, and flames, sparks, whatever, and it just drops all the way to like through all the letters down to hell, and lands in hell. And you just see a very charcoaly reddish hand, and grabs the letter, and it turns out to be Jack Black, or Satan, in this movie. And fast forward, the parents are still arguing pretty much about everything, and literally everything. Like, they're just like, they're all over the goddamn place. And then Satan appears in Liam's room, and the way he appears is actually pretty creepy. It was a very nice touch. like his room, like he's ready for bed, whatever. And then in like the corner, like there's like a closet in the corner of the end of the room, and all you see is Jack Black in a very darker silhouette, red eyes, and with the horns and everything. It was a very, very nice touch. I really enjoyed that. And he just kind of like, steps into the room, and the kid's all freaking out, whatever. He's like, "Who are you?" Like, "You summoned me, or you wrote to me. Sorry. Like, do you have any idea how many kids write to me?" And like, he's like, "Guess." And Liam's like, and he forced it, like, "Guess, damn it." And Liam's like, gives him like a very specific numbers, like 15 million, some shit like that. And he's like, "No, none." I actually have a picture actually of them meeting in the room. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys here. This is them meeting in the room for the very first time, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, this is actually no, yeah, this is it. Oh no, this is the ending part. This is my bad. This is the first time when they met. I mean, look at that. Jack Black as the devil. I mean, even the kid at some point even describes Jack Black's character as a surprisingly close to Santa Claus lookalike, because in the movie he's basically dressed like a mash between Santa and Krampus. If you all have caught the movie Krampus, let me know in the comment sections down below if you've seen Krampus, and if you've seen the Santa suit that Krampus wears, like the most recent Krampus that came out like in 2000, I can't remember, but if you all caught that, you all saw Krampus in that suit, like it was this very dirty, dark, reddish, like burnt, rubbed charcoal kind of thing with the white fluff. Basically the same thing that Jack Black is wearing. Basically, just a little bit of like more like I don't want to say steampunkish almost kind of vibes, because he's wearing this weird like leather straps and bells and whatever, of course with the horns, because you can't be a complete Satan without the horns, all right? And so though he introduces himself as Satan on account of that's what the kid wrote the letter to, or so he thought. But at this point, like the kid's not fully convinced that he's Santa or Satan or like any of the two at this point. And then he's like, "Oh, let me show you a little something." And then he transforms himself into the Santa itself, like the suit, the boots, his skin color also changed, much more jollier looking, and it's just like, okay, is this like proof that I'm Santa? And he's actually tricking him into thinking that he is Santa, just not what he thought it would be, right? So he does that, and he tells him that he's gonna grant him three wishes. And the kid's all confused, like, "I thought you just like dropped off gifts and stuff like that." And he's like, "No, that's not true, whatever." And they're and then the kid's like so so you're like a genie? And he's like, "Okay, they stole that from me." So I thought that was kind of funny, like kind of throwing it out there, like pretty much any Disney movie. Because I mean, when you think genie, what genie do you think? You think the blue genie that was voiced by Robin Williams, and Jack Black's character kind of like referencing that, like, "Oh, they stole the three wish thing from me." And I thought that was a very uh, funny reference to Disney, and I know it was hinted toward Disney. I'm gonna have a sip of this, and what's it called? So that it pretty much built that relationship off of that small little lie. Satan, or Santa, as he's making Liam believe that he is, and just that the relationship that both the Liam and Santa at this point is it's hilarious, because he's Jack Black is portraying Satan, the master of lies, and he did that with like so swiftly, so easily. I mean, he's just a kid, right? So it was pretty easy to just make him believe, right? And what's funnier is that after that encounter, next morning, uh, like I was mentioning, that his parents are just like at the urge of just divorcing and stuff like that. And so they already have like all this personal shit happening, and they also have this. They know their kid, right? So they think like, oh, our son's like little chubby loser kid. They don't say that, but they think it. So after that encounter the next morning, he's all like, "Oh, Santa showed up in my room last night, blah blah blah, this and that." And before any of that, the dad had this short little talk with the kid saying that like, you don't really believe in Santa, right? And the mom's just like, the mom still babies him and makes him believe like there's still Santa. I mean, if there's kids watching, don't believe that. Don't believe that. He's somewhere out there. And but yeah, uh so fast forward back to that time conversation where the kid's like, oh yeah, Santa appeared in my room and this and that, blah blah blah. And the parents are already going through shit, and they're like, I was like, okay, now I'm off to school, whatever. And he's off. As he walks out the door, the mom's kind of realizing like, okay, like, we have a problem. The dad's like, he's gonna get fucking shoved into a locker. And so yeah, the parents have like this picture of this kid, being like a little outcast, a little loser, right? uh at some point, the Liam even lies that he's like, he plays football and has like, I don't, so many friends and stuff like that. And then in reality, it's just Gibby. It's just Gibby, dude. And even Gaby's like, man, why are you lying to your parents, dude? Like, and this and that. And Liam is like, okay, I told my parents that I play football with you because you're dying of cancer. It's like, oh my god. Even Gaby's like, man, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you doing this to yourself? And fast forward, they go into school, and we get to see another character, which is the crush of Liam, and she is played by Kay Mary Setch or Ketch. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. She plays Emma. Adorable little girl, man. And he's just like, eyeballing her, down the hall, like, and Gibby's like, man, what are you doing looking at girls you can't get? That typical uh sweet little pep talk that you have with your friends. You're like, oh, thanks, man. Thanks. Great. Thanks. You're a good friend. But Liam being the lead role in this movie, goes like, what? Fuck it. Walks up to the little girl and, stumbles on his words, kind of like says absolutely nothing at first, until eventually he blurs out clear as day, my cat has 6 nipples. I'm just like, some shit like that. I'm just like, okay. All right. You really get to know Liam and how awkward he really is. And then the boyfriend, this kid who's gonna grow up, that is gonna end up joining some really weird fucked up frat uh thing. Some dude in a hoodie, uh just kind of walks up behind what's her face, Emma, puts his arm around her, like, you hitting my girl, bro? You hitting my girl, bro? And stuff like that. And he, fast forward into their class, and it's just Liam the entire time the teacher's doing his lecture. You're stereotypical, like, what? Well, yeah, stereotypical, like, big kid, like, just crushing all over, the crush. Teacher's doing his thing. Teacher notices, walks up to Liam and is like, uh, enjoying the view, or something along those lines. It's like, notice you're staring at Emma's hair or something like that. It's like, oh no, I'm not staring. I'm not staring at anything. I'm not staring at her. He's like, oh, really? Then what part of her were you staring at? I'm just like, whoa, that motherfucker went there. And by the way, the teacher is actually being played by PJ um, Byron. He plays Mr. Charles. I've seen this dude in other movies before. I can't recall any right now, but if you guys actually do know, please let me know in the comment sections down below. He really did. He's pretty funny. The guy's pretty damn funny, and yeah, like the whole movie is just great. Like it's filmed in Christmas time. It's snowing and stuff like that. It's cold, and typically whenever like there's movies that are around those times, automatically get dubbed a Christmas movie. And I mean, like I'm talking to those people who dubbed what was that movie? Like there's people who dub the Tim Burton movies as Christmas movies because why? It's snowing. And then there's the what was that movie called? Top Gun. Which one was it? It's an action movie, and they claimed it a Christmas movie because it was during Christmas time. And there's people who consider which one was it? Iron Man 3, I believe it was, as a Christmas movie because there's this one scene um where Tony Stark Iron Man like crashes somewhere in the middle of nowhere and there's snow. It's like anything with snow just seems to be a Christmas movie. But this one is definitely like much more up there. Like this, I can probably see this movie becoming maybe as big as the classics. Like I'm talking Elf. Will Ferrell Elf. I can see it kind of somewhere up there, except again, it has a bit more of a scary twist because you do again. Jack Black plays Satan. Um, there's this one scene where he stays in this motel, and his room number is 666, and little things like that. I mean, it's a little bit more edgier than like again compared to Elf. The jokes are much more. There's mature jokes in there. They play around with a little bit with the kid friendly jokes as well, but they throw in some stuff for the parents because again at Christmas movies, I think at least modern day ones, they do throw in a little bit of adult humor in there because I can't really think. I mean, there's like there's comedy, there's Christmas comedy movies that are meant for adults, but I think when it comes to Christmas kids movies, they try to blend in a little bit of adult humor in there because the parents watch these movies with the kids like without fail. It's like a thing. I can't tell you how many times I myself am a Bluey fan because I've seen them all with my kids, my wife included. We're big Bluey fans, and I feel like in Christmas movies, like it's kind of like essential to kind of sort of try to add some again some adult humor in there because the parents are going to be stuck watching these movies, and they got to have a little bit of that in there just for the sake of the parents to wanting to stick around. This movie is just that, but just the right amount. Not the right amount, but it's basically it's a nice balance between kid humor and adult stuff. Adult humor, I mean. Nothing too raunchy or anything like that. It still hits very very friendly, very PG. I believe this is PG-13, but like I mean back then when we were kids, movies that were PG should have been rated like PG-13, that kind of scenario. This movie's kind of sort of right up there. Again, nothing too bad. Like there's a couple of like couple of curse words here and there, but again, it fits with the character that Jack Black plays. I mean, he plays Satan, or at least he claims to be. I don't know. This is like, I wasn't even expecting to actually talk about this till just a couple of hours ago, so I don't even know if I should spoil anything or not, or should I? I think I can throw in. Uh, I'll throw in one little spoiler, and I'm gonna warn you right now. And I kind of already said a little bit of something, how I said that Jack Black claims to be Satan. Well, at the ending part of the movie, it turns out that he's just like thirsty for something new. Welcome to the Booze and Chill channel, where every sip is, you can say, an adventure. From craft beers to cocktails that'll blow your mind, I've got the lowdown on the best drinks around. But if it's not just about the drinks, I also dive into movie trailer breakdowns, as well as music video breakdowns, and every now and again I do throw in some mouth-watering food reviews. So if you're ready to mix up your entertainment, hit that subscribe button and let's cheers to some good times. Now let's get back into today's podcast. Some lower level demon, they used a term, I don't remember what it was. If you guys have seen this, let me know what you guys think. And but I mean, again, it makes sense. And that I think that's the only spoiler I'm gonna give. I mean, there's like about, I think there's like the main thing, which is the last part of the movie. I won't give that one out. This movie just came out yesterday. I don't want to do that to you guys, but I will say, the cast members, I do like the casting. I mean, first off, Jack Black, guy's freaking awesome. Another one that also comes out in this movie, he has like a very small role, but I mean, like something about his aura, I don't know what it is, that it's just like, it fits. Like he was just one of the right casting choices for this movie. I'm gonna have a sip of my tea here. So this actor here that also comes out in the movie, and he plays a psychiatrist, and this man is Keegan Michael Key, and you know him as the guy from Key and Peele. He plays Dr. Finkelman. I mean, come on. It sounds like a character that he would actually play in Key and Peele, like Dr. Finkelman. I wouldn't be surprised if there is. I just probably don't remember. But he plays a psychiatrist after Liam has his encounter with Satan, and he, I believe he already have made his first wish and stuff like that. He's already told Gibby and stuff like that. And the parents, worried as parents get, they call this dude in. He explains all the story, and Dr. Finkelman is just staring at him like this little motherfucker's crazy, like, and like, just like, he really, like, he stays in this like this comedic, I don't even know the word for it, but just something about when he really like goes out, Keegan Peele, Keegan Michael Key. That's kind of a tongue twister. When he goes full out, well, on his acting, like, and this character that he plays, it wasn't like, again, very exaggerated, like he's so used to doing, but he can really just like spark something. Like, it's great. And again, he plays a psychiatrist, and he's trying to see what just checking up on Liam, see what he's actually about or whatever. And he himself, as a psychiatrist, is just like whispering to the parents, looking at him like he's crazy, bro. Like, I can't help this kid. And he pretty much leaves him at that. Like, he's just like, he was absolutely no help at all whatsoever. And again, just the right amount of comedy in this movie. And again, there's a very sad part that I'm not gonna spoil that for you guys. I already gave the spoiler, which is Jack Black's Satan wasn't actually Satan. He was a lower level demon. Again, that's the ending part. But overall, like the movie itself really does. It's a roller coaster, dude. It's a roller coaster. It's serious, it's adorable, and then it's funny, and then uh, hell, Satan puns, adult jokes, uh, kids just being kids. Also, I failed to mention that we also do get another cast member here, and you all know this one because he goes by one name, and that is Post Malone. We get a Post Malone concert in the movie, and it's pretty funny because Jack Black's character actually puts him under a spell that makes Post Malone think that he personally knows Liam, and at this point he already got Emma. He took out Emma on a date to go watch Post Malone. The way it was done is actually pretty funny. How I'm just gonna call Jack. Jack tricked the parents into thinking he's like the parent of Gibby. Took Gibby and Liam to the concert to pick up Emma. And there's so much stuff that happens in this movie, dude. It's so funny. And again, he puts Post Malone in a spell to make him personally think Liam. And he's like, "This show I'm about to do, bro, this is all for you. You are a legend. You are my inspiration," and all this crap. And he also says that on stage after he's done, like after a song. And then, of course, he brings him up on the stage. And Liam's like, "Oh, this next song is for Emma. What's her last name?" And he starts dancing. And like, it's fucking great, dude. It's great. Like, it's very entertaining in a fun, kid-friendly way, as it's also friendly as far as like I said, as far as how the adult jokes hit. Very friendly. Like some kids might get it, some kids might not. Either way, it's hilarious. There's really I really don't have much like bad to say about it, because again, the ending of the story, it just like, it's kind of a tear jerker. I will also say that it's a bit of a tear jerker. um the ending, though, I actually have a theory about my ending. I will say my theory. I will tell you guys my theory about the ending, and my wife disagrees, but you can't bullshit me, bro. You can't bullshit me. So this is my theory. I'm gonna tell you guys my theory, and I'm just gonna go ahead and call this video podcast an end, because so there's people who watch movies and then they all have developed this theory, and they put it out there in the internet, and the internet's like, oh, this is just true, but it could also be this, and also can also be because of this. I'm gonna start that theory right here, right now on Dear Santa. Um, so in the beginning, when they first meet, Jack Black uh, sets some rules, and it's pretty much also the rules that the genie from Aladdin, voiced by Robin Williams, pretty much sets. Like he can't bring back people from the dead. He didn't word it like that, but he's like, he can't fix stuff from the past. You know what I mean? That was one of his rules. And there was like another two, I want to say, but that's like the most like important one that you have to like really remember. So Jack Black's character tells him that the three wishes and all of that. Oh, and by the way, and after his third wish, he could take his soul as well. Uh, I'm not gonna go into details, but you can probably already uh, think that he keeps his soul. Why? Because it's a Christmas movie. It wouldn't be a Christmas movie if Liam lost his soul. Although if they would have gone Endgame on us, that would have been pretty, not just soul crushing, pun intended, but also big plot twist. How would they would have done it? I don't know. But anyways, so Jack Black's character tells him that three wishes, most important one, can't change the past, right? And you know what? I just realized I have to spoil I have to spoil this part for you guys. I kind of have to spoil this. So here it goes. He mentions that he can't change the past. Liam used to have a brother that they lost. There's a spoiler. I didn't want to do it, but now that I'm mentioning my theory, I kind of have to bring it up because then it's not, and you're not gonna get it. Anyways, so he used to have a brother, right? Can't change the past. Used to have a brother, and he already had used up his wish. His first wish was for Emma to give him a chance, and then he used up his second wish on his best bro Gibby to fix his teeth. Ain't that nice? That's so nice. And the third, he didn't want to do his third wish because, well, he didn't want. I think I just spit on my mic. Anyways, he didn't want to use up his third wish because he didn't want to lose his soul. But then eventually, he kind of feels like he has no choice, and he had to make his third wish. His third wish was for his parents to be happy again. Very touching stuff, I'm telling you. And so that was that. His soul was going to hell, not right there and then, till he dies. Long story short, Jack Black's character goes into hell and reports to the actual Satan. He wasn't Satan all along. And the actual Satan tells him that he convinced him under false pretenses or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but he basically he did it wrong. He granted the three wishes wrong, basically. And so Jack Black's character gets banished from hell, and this is what he says, but I don't believe it. So before he left, he changed a couple of stuff. He fucked with some rules and whatever, and he basically tells Liam that that he can wish for absolutely anything. Why? Because it's Christmas. Winks. And he goes downstairs, and the parents are happy. They're hugging. It's Christmas time. The dad's wearing an ugly sweater. The mom's, doing the hot coffee thing. And he goes into his living room with the Christmas tree where the presents are. And lo and behold, he finds his dead brother is alive, bro. And that part is probably the biggest tearjerker, to be honest with you. Like, he goes and he hugs his brother and he's crying. The brother's like, okay, bro, I love you too. Like, he never died. And then, they're opening presents, whatever. And then camera pans into the top of the tree, and the tree topper is Jack Black's character as like this little bobbly tree top thing. And the damn thing winks at him, and the movie just kind of like, actually no, some shit happens. But anyways, I'll actually let me continue saying. So his dead brother's awake. His dad got the pony that has been wanting since he was a kid. Everything's magical. Everything's fucking. Everything is amazing. He gets a phone call, and it's Gibby, and he's like, "Oh, I convinced Emma to give you a second chance because there's like some shit where he was acting like a total Liam was acting like a total ass, and she fucking dumped him for that. Not to her, but like to everybody else. And like Gibby's like, "Oh yeah, I convinced her to give you a second chance." Like, "Oh, how'd you do that?" Well, I tell him I gave her a sob story about your dead brother. And he's like, "Uh-oh." And the movie ends like that. I'm like, okay. Minus the part where Gibby calls and about convincing Emma to give him a second chance. I have this theory that the last part of this movie was that Liam actually died. And let me explain. So, he made the third wish. His soul was going to hell, but according to the actual Satan, that wasn't true. There's that. But if I'm gonna have to go back to the movie Krampus. In the movie Krampus, everybody gets killed by Krampus. All right. And at the end part, everybody somehow magically appears back inside the home, just, having a good time, a good old jolly Christmas, opening presents, the hot chocolates, and all the what's it called? There's a word for it. I can't remember right now. But anyways, and they're all there. They're having a good time. And then at some point, the little kid stops and realizes that there's something wrong. They're not supposed to be there. And that's where everybody kind of senses it. Everybody kind of just stares at each other, and everything went completely quiet. And that's where it zooms out of the house through the window. And then so when you see Krampus's collection of snow globes of all these families or children or whatever that he's collected over the years. And I kind of got that same kind of vibe from the last part of this movie. Like, I feel like there's something went wrong or something went right as far as hell goes. And I feel like Liam actually died and went to hell, and that was his personal hell. And Jack Black's character on the treetop looking down on them, just making sure, keeping an eye on them. And then there was that last part where Gibby called and, telling Liam that he convinced Emma to give him a second chance. And he technically didn't lie to her, but because the dead brother's back in the picture, how is he going to explain that? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like little kid troubles. So it's kind of, again, this is kind of like his personal hell. Like, he's just going to be getting in trouble for all the lies he's done, because he lied about Gibby having cancer and all this other bullshit. And now Gibby's lying to save his ass, and now it's going to backfire because you know what I mean? Like, it's just little kid troubles. It's nothing like serious. Again, it gave me that same Krampus vibe that it gave you at the ending of that movie. But that's what I think. You have to watch the movie to kind of understand my theory. But overall, it's a great holiday movie. I can see it becoming a cult classic. But me personally, I feel like any movie with Jack Black is cult classic. I love Jack Black, dude. Love the guy. And I think that concludes this here video podcast. It's a great movie, guys. Go ahead and check it out. It is on Paramount. You don't got Paramount, borrow your friends, your dads, your tias, your whatever. When there's a will, there's a way. It's pretty good, guys. I actually did enjoy it. It's pretty funny. It's very touching, and gets you in the little holiday spirit. Gets you in the holiday spirit. You got a Grinch and the family show in this movie. You'll get him in the spirit. It's a nice movie. Mostly hilarious. But again, I'm a Jack Black fan. That concludes this video podcast, guys. This was a good one. Again, consider checking out Dear Santa. Good watch. Again, I'm not the type to watch Christmas movies way before December, unless it really have to be in the mood. But this movie, it's good. It's good, man. It's good. But that's it for that, guys. Follow all Booze and Chill socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Excuse me. What am I missing? X. I'm gonna getting rid of X. I'm having too much trouble with X. But anyways, follow the Buzzcast podcast on Spotify. Leave a good rating, good review, leave a comment, all that fun stuff, as well as in the video, YouTube video podcast. Like the video if you enjoyed this video podcast. Let me know if you actually have seen the movie. I know it just came out, but I mean, like, there has to be somebody out there that's seen it already. Subscribe if you are new. We don't just talk about movies here. We also do drink reviews, but not mostly in the podcast, which you're watching here on the channel. It's confusing, I know, but they're separate things. But if it's into the alcoholic beverages, movies, music, and the occasional food, consider subscribing. Hit the bell notification to know when I'm back on the tubes, YouTube, or Spotify. Thank you so much, guys. For more Booze and Chill, head on to Patreon/Booze and Chill. We get early releases, special announcements, making of exclusive content. If you like juicy exclusive stuff, head on over to Patreon/Booze and Chill, and you can try it for a 7-day free trial, or you can contribute and actually become a member. Tiers start at $3. Don't be shy. We have fun there. And that's it for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, if you keep watching, I'm gonna keep drinking my teas. All right, guys. Peace out. Check out the movie Paramount. Dear Santa. Jack Black. He's a shit. Cheers, guys.